Man, it's your boy George back with another video on my channel. Hope everyone's doing well on this Wednesday, man. When last time I made a video for you lot? When last time I made a tactical video? I'm back now. I'm ready to make a video. It's time to express what's on my mind and what's on my heart, man. And I'm gonna base this video on yesterday's game between Real Madrid and Chelsea. Now, I personally enjoyed the game. A lot of people said it was boring. The first half was good. Second half was a bit cagey, a bit, boring, to certain people, but it's a very good tactical game. Goals from Benzema, goals from Pulisic, both very good goals. I love Benzema's goal, by the way, and I'm a Chelsea supporter, and I actually clapped. It was that good. Me personally, I felt like we could have defended it a bit better. Obviously, shouldn't have closed down Benzema in the box, shouldn't have closed down that cross from Marcelo a bit quicker, but it is what it is, man. When you're playing in this high level, you gotta have your players converting your chances, and it's not just Werner. I'm not going to come here and just blame Werner, man, because I do that all the time, but final passes as well. The delivery to Werner wasn't that great in that game, I'll be real with you lot. Other than that, everything was perfect. Everything was perfect. The structure of our defense was good, the way we played out of pressure was good. No one really played bad, to be honest with you lot. I think Werner, he didn't have his greatest game today, but like I said, man, when you got Werner on the pitch, he might not score, but he's going to create a lot of chances, and that's why he's in the team. Tactically, his movement is good, so that's why he's in the team, man. But he just needs, all he needs to do now is build up his confidence, which will happen over time, and eventually he's going to score, man, because he's getting in them positions. I don't know if he's going to be clinical or be a killer like Harry Kane, but I think as Chelsea create more chances, he would get more chances, you know what I mean? He won't just get that one chance like he did yesterday. He will get many, do you know what I mean? But it is what it is, man. The delivery's got to be better. But overall, Chelsea played really well. Real Madrid also played well to a certain degree. I thought we were the better team, not just being biased, but I thought we were the better team in that game. But I'm going to talk about some of the things that I've seen in that game, on the ball, off the ball, and I'm going to kind of replicate that in this game. I'm going to kind of like match it on this game so you can play the way Chelsea played against Real Madrid. Now, this is what I've gone for. There's no change in the formation. I've gone with the 5-2-3, but there's a difference off the ball now. So we've gone with Mendy in goal. This is the lineup. They went Mendy, Christensen, Thiago Silva, Rudiger, Chilwell, Jorginho, Kante, Aspie playing right wing back, Pulisic, Mount, Werner at front. Now, there's definitely been some changes that Tuchel has made since he's come in. Now, there's a complete difference to how we are off the ball from when he first came to Chelsea, so against Wolves, Manchester United, to how he wants his team to be off the ball now. So when we were playing against Liverpool, we set out differently. We don't play a 5-4-1 against Liverpool off the ball. It turns into a flat 3 in the middle because we have to match the opposition. Because I was thinking before we played against Liverpool, I was actually kind of worried because I was thinking, is Tuchel going to play a 5-4-1 against Liverpool? Because Jorginho, Kante will get overloaded in the middle because Liverpool normally play a 4-3-3. So I was thinking, what's Tuchel going to do now? Is he going to change his formation? Is he going to stick with a 5-4-1? And because he's a tactical genius and he's been in the game for a while, he changed it, and this is what we do against the bigger teams that play a flat 3. So when we played against Liverpool off the ball, because obviously off the ball normally we play a 5-4-1, but it was a change yesterday when we were playing against Real Madrid. So what we did, this is what we done. So instead of playing this, instead of having Mount all the way back and Pulisic all the way back, this is what Tuchel wanted these players to do, and this is exactly what I seen yesterday. So Mount came in here, right? So when Mount came in here, the natural thing to do is bring Jorginho in the center, right? So we had Jorginho in the center, Mount to drop in left center mid, Kante right center mid, right, like he normally is, and we had Werner come in to make way for Pulisic to make a 5-3-2 formation. So we had Pulisic and Werner up front, so they were pressing the 2 centre backs, or they were pressing the 3 centre backs, because Real Madrid were playing a 3 at the back, and then obviously Mount came and dropped in to help out the midfield, to help out Jorginho, to help out Kante, to make a free so they don't get overloaded in that midfield. And I felt like personally that was such a good tactical change that Tuchel done. He done the same thing against Liverpool as well. I'm sure we had Ziyech up front and Werner, and we had Mount, Jorginho and Kante, and it worked well. Very solid. We pack out the midfield, so the likes of Toni Kroos, or not even Toni Kroos, it was Modric, found it very hard to get on the ball because it was so tight in the midfield. It was hard for him to get touches on the ball. We pressed really well in the middle, and I felt like that was really good what Tuchel done. So that's how we're going to look off the ball. It's going to turn into a 5-3-2 formation, not a 5-4-1. I don't want you guys to copy what I just done there. Put your guys back to where they were before. So Mount was a left attacking mid, Pulisic right wing, these were centre mids, and obviously left wing back, right wing back, and obviously Werner. I just wanted to give you a demonstration on how your players are going to look off the ball. It's still going to turn into a 5-3-2 even using this formation here, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to set certain issues. You know what, guys, I'm going to give you guys a heat map, innit? I'm going to go into depth. I'm going to show you guys a heat map on how players are located and where they're located, and how I get my players to be in certain positions using instructions and tactics, right? So let's just jump into it, man. I ain't gonna waste your time. So let's get cracking, man. Tactics and how Tuchel plays, right, defensively. Now, since he's been at Dortmund, PSG, Chelsea, he's always used this formula: press after lost possession. Once you lose the ball, tries to get his team to win the ball further up the field. Obviously, if you win the ball further up the field, you have more chances of scoring, right? So press after lost possession, aggressive, get tight. That's just his formula, innit? And normally the width would be on the 6s, the 7s, right? But since I'm not playing for winger, Mount now is very narrow. He's actually dropped from left wing to left centre mid now, and he's joining the midfield trio with Jorginho and Kante. So he's making a midfield trio, innit? So the reason why he's doing that is because Tuchel wanted Mount, Jorginho and Kante to make a free to match what Real Madrid have in their midfield, so we don't get overloaded. So that right there is the reason why I have it on 4, because now everyone's in the middle. You got Kante, Jorginho, Mount, Werner and Pulisic also as well. Everything is very congested in the middle, so it's forcing Real Madrid to play out wide. So that's why I have the width on 4. It wouldn't make sense to have it on 7s and your 8s and your 6s, because now there's a lot of room in behind and the middle is not that compact. And yesterday Chelsea were very compact. Both teams were actually very compact, especially Real Madrid in the second half. First half they were kind of leaky. That's what I was talking about, the heavy metal football that them lot were playing. After we scored, they were playing some heavy metal pressing, bro. And if we were clinical enough, could have got 2 or 3 goals, man. But it is what it is, man. Sometimes it did work, Real Madrid's press, but eventually we were playing past that press. But yeah, man, that's what I've got on anyway. The width is on 4. You can have it on 5, 4 or 3. It's really up to you, but this is what works for me anyway. So the width is on 4. So the depth is on 6. I mean, that's just a natural thing to do when you're pressing after lost possession, when you're trying to press your opponent, when you're trying to get aggressive. Your line, your back line has to be high. You know what I mean? There can't be too much space in between your midfield line and your defensive line. Anyone would tell you that, you know what I mean? So when you're trying to defend and you're trying to press, if you're trying to play that game, you need your line to be high. So that's why I have it on your 6s and your 7s. Possession, we were playing out from the press really good when Real Madrid were trying to press us in the first half. They've done that a lot in the first half, actually. As soon as we scored, Real Madrid are on it. They were on it, man. Honestly, they were trying to press the hell out of us, but we done very well to kind of weather the storm and play through that press, thanks to Kante, thanks to Jorginho, you know what I mean? But the width now is actually very low. It's not high on your 7s and 6s. It's actually on your 4s and 5s, because when Pulisic scored, he was actually very narrow. You didn't see Pulisic out here. He made a inverted run. Do you know what I mean? That's the run he made to score, and and get around, Thibaut Courtois. But he was the one that was in this half space, right, and made that darting run in behind the defense. I don't know what Real Madrid were doing there. I don't know what the back line was doing, but that's the only way to replicate it on this game. Because if you have it wide, then that means your Pulisic is going to be out very wide. But if you've got it on narrow, then that's where Pulisic is going to be. That's where Mount's going to be. They're going to be in them half spaces, and that's how Chelsea normally play. Even when Mount receives the ball, he's in them half spaces. He's not out wide. He's in them half spaces. And the thing is, that creates room for the likes of Chilwell, and that creates room for the likes of Azpilicueta, Reece James, or even Hudson-Odoi. Do you know what I mean? Because that's their lane. You know what I mean? That's not Pulisic in Mount's lane. Their lane is in them half spaces. So players in the box, 4, 5. You got Werner, your wingers obviously, and you might have Kante coming in. Depends on the game, depends on the situation. If you need a goal, you can just put that up, and stuff like that. Corners, personal preference really. Now instructions. What I do personally is sweeper keeper, because obviously we're playing with a high line. So let's say Mbappe gets in behind, or anyone that's quick, right? Because remember, Thiago Silva is very good, but he's not the quickest defender. So there's going to be players getting in behind, the likes of Thiago Silva, your Rudiger and Christensen. So it's best to have your goalkeeper on sweeper keeper. Your Mendy in it. Obviously Mendy's known for being a shot stopper. That's what we brought him for. But his biggest weakness for me personally is that sweeper keeper aspect. But personally, I like Mendy, and I understand Chelsea do want to get Donnarumma and they do want to get other goalkeepers. But if you ask me, I think Mendy's been very consistent since he's come in. But I do understand the intent and what Chelsea want to do in the transfer window. They want to get a goalkeeper that kind of suits the system in terms of being a sweeper keeper, being comfortable playing from the back and stuff like that. Mendy's not known for that, but I'll tell you what, he's a great shot stopper anyway. So Mendy, sweeper keeper, comes for crosses, very good, very demanding in the air as well. Something that Kepa's not really great at, to be honest with you lot, man. Kepa is not the strongest in the air, but it is what it is. So Rudiger, Thiago Silva, Christensen, no instructions on them. Azpilicueta, join the attack, aggressive interceptions, overlap. The same goes with Chilwell. The reason being is obviously you want to support your wingers, right? So with your fullbacks, what your wingers do is they come in and they make room for your likes of Chilwell and Azpilicueta to make runs. So that's why you say it on join the attack and aggressive interceptions, because you do see at times when, I remember yesterday anyway, when the likes of Nacho had the ball, you've seen Azpilicueta come from all the way back here just to press Nacho, you know what I'm trying to say, to force them back. So that's why I got an aggressive interception. If you got it on normal, you might not be willing enough or aggressive enough to like get up the field and press. So that's why I have it on aggressive interceptions. And you do also have cover with the likes of Christensen and Rudiger, do you know what I mean? So you can do that with your fullback. So join the attack, overlap, and so Jorginho is going to stay back while attacking, cover centre. Now he's your guy to progress the play from defence to attack. He's instrumental to your build up. His ball retention is key. The way he breaks the lines is key to start attacks and stuff like that. And he has to start from a deeper position, to help out the likes of Thiago Silva, Rudiger and Christensen, to help them build the play up, innit? So that's why I have Jorginho stay back. Yesterday he didn't even push forward like that. He was staying back, waiting for transitions. And yeah, he had a decent game yesterday. His ball retention was good. Everything was good about Jorginho. Everything that you wanted from him, he offered it. So Jorginho, stay back while attacking, cover centre. Obviously, you want him to be in the middle, just like yesterday. He was blocking the middle. We made the middle of the pitch compact for Real Madrid, and I think personally that's why they found it very difficult to play, because I feel like too much teams give them too much respect in the middle and don't press the likes of Modric. They give Modric too much time on the ball. Our press was really good, and that's why it was just a brilliant performance from Chelsea, just not clinical enough. We'll get onto that in a bit. But Jorginho cover centre, stay back while attacking from Jorginho. Kante is a bit of the same, but I seen Kante do a madness yesterday. I seen him do like a Lampard, man. He was getting in behind defences. He was bypassing the press. His ball retention was good. He's just everything about Kante yesterday was good, man. Do you know what I mean? He was getting in behind Toni Kroos. Toni Kroos could not keep up with Kante in that game. He had him on strings in that game, and I can't even lie to you lot. And Kante for me, man of the match. Still though, cover centre, he did offer support to Jorginho and Mount in that three in the midfield. So that's why I got on cover centre, but I haven't got on stay back while attacking because he was actually making runs in behind. So yeah, in that right channel anyway. So Kante, balance, cover centre. Pulisic, stay forward. This is how you make the two up front, because obviously Pulisic is a right winger, right? He's a right winger here. So what you want to do is have him stay forward, because this is what happens, right? Let's say you lose the ball further up the field. Mount, off the ball, Mount will drop, right? In our own half, right? Mount will drop to make a free in the midfield, and Pulisic will stay forward, because I've got the instructions on stay forward. So he would join Werner in a little press, so it'll be like that. Do you know what I'm trying to say? Hopefully you understand what I'm trying to say. So Pulisic won't come back. He will stay forward, get ready for transitions and stuff like that. That's kind of how we were playing yesterday. And he obviously made that inverted run that I was talking about earlier in this video. So getting behind, that's what he done. Getting behind, but you don't also another thing with Pulisic as well, it's not like he just gets in behind all the time. He actually does come and wants the ball short. You know, he does want to receive the ball in them half spaces as well. So that's why I got the width on narrow, because that's going to be his starting position. It's going to be starting off in them half spaces. If you can find him, you can find him. If you don't, he's going to make a run in behind. So that's the only way I could really replicate it on this game, if that makes sense. So stay forward for Pulisic, get in behind and get in the box. You know what I'm trying to say? So Mount, come back now. This is the only way you can get Mount to join the three in the midfield when off the ball anyway. So Mount, come back, since it's a left attacking mid, not a left winger. So come back, get in the box, free roam. So not only is he coming back on transition, when we do have the ball, he will make forward runs. You know what I mean? He will offer support to the likes of Werner and Pulisic. So you get in the box and free roam. He will appear everywhere. Do you know what I'm trying to say? Because Mount is that type of guy. Do you know what I mean? And I like Mount, man. I think he's improved so much. Honestly, he's got so much to his game, ball retention, and he's just the confidence he's got, man, just to take on players now and just pop off a shot. And I don't know what I don't know what type of drugs this guy's taking, bro, but it's illegal. Right now, this guy's playing amazing, and he's definitely, he will definitely achieve a lot, man, if he keeps playing like that anyway. Now, my guy Timo Werner stayed central yesterday. Timo Werner stayed central. He was pinning the two centre backs, and he was trying to make runs in behind, and it did work at times. But I will be honest with you lot, the deliveries weren't that great to him. You know, it's always been the final pass at times. Final pass does not get there, you know what I mean, to certain players that are making runs. We need to look up, man. Aspilicueta made some runs in behind. Certain players are making runs in behind, but they just weren't found. So that's something that we need to improve on later on in this competition, or just straight away. We just need to sort that out, man. That's actually very annoying. There's runs that Pulisic is making, Werner's making, but no one is finding them. So Werner is a presence, whether he's playing good or not. He's a presence, man, and you can't just get tight to Werner, because he will spin around you and get in behind. And yeah, he does a lot tactically, you know what I mean, but only thing that he needs to sort out now is his ball control for me and his finishing. And I don't know, man, that's a whole separate video on Werner. But stay central. This is what he was doing yesterday anyway. Stay central, get in behind, stay forward. So that's the instructions for Chelsea, and that's what I seen personally yesterday. Overall, I felt like it was a good game. I felt like we done really well. Just the final third, man, gotta put our chances away. Final pass wasn't there. I felt like we couldn't have defended the Benzema goal, but obviously Benzema's class, and he did obviously convert. But that's what happens, man. You know, when you're playing against these Spanish teams, man. Yeah, they might not be at their best, but you give them one chance, they'll score. You know what I mean? And like I say, if we're going to be clinical, we have to be clinical, by the way. If we're going to win this Champions League, we have to be clinical. You know what I mean? And it's up to Werner, man. It's really up to Werner. But that's pretty much the end of the video. That's all I want to talk about. And that's me done for the commentary. Now I'm going to give you gameplay on just how this team works off the ball, on the ball. I'm going to show you guys a heat map on where players appear frequently in this formation that they play, and how they shift to from a 5-2-3 to a 5-3-2 formation. So I'm going to be showing you it in depth. I'm not going to be commentating through it. I'm just going to literally give you text and you know, show you like little replays and stuff like that. But just let me know how it's gone for you with this formation. Let me know if it works, let me know if it don't work, and I'll try. If it don't work, I'll try and find a solution for you lot anyway. But it'll help me out if you like and subscribe. One love to all of you, man. Take care.